three guards that I think are really important to develop on, and a common problem I see in people's game. Often when I'm asking someone like what guard they like to play, I'm kind of asking about like the initial guard they play. So I just want to talk about that concept a little bit. But I want to talk about three guards that I think are really important to have at least one of these that you're good at, because they're really easy to get to and easy to develop attacks from, right? Okay, so the first one is some form of sleeve control game, okay? Just because when the match starts, if he kind of is like has his hips back and his hands are forward, the first contact point we often have is with the guy's sleeve, right? If I'm here and I want to like grab his leg, but his hips are back and his hands are forward, it can be hard to reach the leg. So often the first thing we can get contact on is a sleeve grip, right? If I just have a sleeve grip and I know how to build a game off of like a lasso, for example, from here, if I study this position and I know everything from here, if he grabs here, I can start building like a lasso double sleeve game, launch triangles. I could switch into a single leg game. I could use this to set up to X guard, and like you can transition to everywhere. Rather than trying to jump into a position that's too far away, like getting to a closed guard or something, I have a much easier objective, which is the match starts, and all I'm thinking about is just get a hold of his sleeve, right? If I can just get a hold of his sleeve, I can initiate my whole game, rather than making the bar too high, right? And then I get here and I build my offense, okay? Another really good one, especially if you're sitting up, is if the guy is hunched over, but he's being difficult with the sleeves, like I can't get the sleeves. It's just a basic collar guard game. Okay, if I get a hold of this collar, there's a lot you can do from here, right? I can hit collar drags, right? I can pull and hit ankle picks. You can use this position as an initial start position, and I can jump directly to X guard like this, right? And I can build ankle locks, X guard positions. You can build a reverse De La Riva off this if the guy leads with his left leg, like this, and I can start coming in here and start building from there, working through on that, right? And it's such an easy position to get to. So when the match starts, okay, I can't get the sleeve, I just go for a collar, and these are positions that you can specifics for. I can develop an entire series off this. What do I do if he grabs my pants with that hand, right? What do I do if he's leading with his left leg instead of the right leg? And you can build entire series off of this, okay? And again, when the guy's like hunched over and his hips are back, kind of the only two things you have access to are the sleeve or the collar, right? So the third one is also what I think is probably one of the most important positions in Jiu Jitsu, which is the De La Riva guard, right? And this one will often happen, like if I'm on my back defending or something, and the guy just kind of stands too close, like this, I just grab the ankle, okay? If I can just get a hold of the ankle and now develop to a pant grip, from here I can build tons of offense, right? It's super easy to get to, because often you'll be on your back, and this is a big aspect of grip fighting, is learning how to defend while on your back and then find some form of initial grip, right? And one of the most common ones is that ankle grip. He's close, he keeps his hands away so I can't get the sleeves. I just grab the ankle. And from here, again, if he gives me the sleeve, I can push and go to like a sit-up guard game, single legs, sweeps. I get here, I can go foot in the bicep, pull him forward, start working some low guard sweeps. I can go to like De La Riva X, start building options from here. If he puts his legs too close to each other, I can close guard around his knees and build offense from here. If you go to the collar, you have bolos. You can like bump the X guard like this, switch up here. And again, it's a very easy position to get to, right? Another thing, just a small point here, if I'm playing the collar guard position like this, I can start from here to have my options. It's very easy to just jump in and get a hold of the leg, and now I can build from here, right? And so the concept of this video, what I want you to think about is not just like what guards would you like to play where you, closed guard is like the ideal world, but you need to think about like your initial guards, like the starting grips that you're gonna build your game off of, right? So if you don't have one of those, it's pretty hard to create some form of offense, right? So I would say you don't have to have all three. Of course it's great if you do, because then you have multiple options of attack, but try to think about some of those.